Alright, let's try this again. Picking Vegas and Beyond, back with another one. So I'm going to start going card hunting at the actual card shops. Supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've been hearing that the card shops are selling. They're still selling cards really cheap, so I'm going to go check them out and see what I could find. And I found one that I'm pretty sure, well, I'm hoping I'll be the only one to go there, because from the looks of it, it's hidden really well, and I've driven through that area thousands of times and never even noticed it. So, because it's like off of a main road, but then there's like this weird little um, secondary road that's hard to get to, and for some reason that's where they put their shop. I don't know. I'll have to look around and see how the hell to get to where their shop is. I've, like I said, I've literally driven past there thousands of times, never even noticed their shop. Um, I used to go to. It's on the same street where that little mom and pop thrift store was that went out of business. Where I bought all those electronics and telephones and stuff like that that I made a video about. And I'm not sure when they put their card shop in on that street, because when I was going over there to that little mom and pop thrift store, that card shop wasn't there, unless it's unless there's a different section of that street that I don't know about. I don't know. That's, like I said, it's like off of a main road, but it's like a secondary. It's almost like a private drive. It's not even really a road. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. But there's a bunch of little, like, businesses that are over there, but I've never seen the building to that card shop, because it has a picture of it online, and I've never seen that building before. So it's going to take some looking, because I didn't recognize the building. Oh man, I'm getting a really bad cold. My nose has been stopped up for like a week. Anyway, anyway, the whole point of the video is I'm going to be going checking out all the card shops, because I keep hearing people are finding really crazy stuff. There was a guy who, here locally, went to some card shop. I don't know what card shop it was, because I didn't hear all the details. I just heard that he went to one of the card shops and I guess found he filled his car with boxes of, like, unopened boxes of cards. So he's going to be going through those and getting all the good stuff out, and he's going to be making money. um, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, because, like I said, I've heard all kinds of stuff about the card shops, but I haven't actually went to the card shops, because I don't know. I'm used to card shops being really overpriced, and that's just how they used to be. Back when I was collecting, I don't collect cards anymore. I'm just going to say that up front. I'm doing this strictly to make money. But back when I was collecting cards, I would go to the card shops and they would be overpriced. The bulk of the cards I used to have, I found from like little mom and pop stores where they just didn't see value in them. I mean, I went to one store, and this was when I was really young. I was still a kid. I went to one store, and this guy told me he had an attic full of cards. And I walked up there, had this like long staircase that went up to the attic above the store, and I went up there, and he wasn't joking. Literally, the entire attic was full of all kinds of different cards. And I ended up, I think that guy's passed away by now because he was already old at the time, so I'm pretty sure he's dead by now. I don't know because I was in a different part of the country, but the whole point is, I went up to the attic. It was piled from floor to ceiling. From where I walked in, there was only like a 3-foot like opening to where you can even get into the room. The rest of the attic was just like floor to ceiling boxes and trunks and everything else piled full of cards. And that was the first, like, I don't know, that's what I think that's where I got the bug, the buying whatever bug, because I bought all of those cards that were in that attic. I couldn't have paid more than 10 or 20 bucks for all of them because, like I said, I was a kid at the time. And I ended up with all of those cards. And I had these friends that I was hanging around with at the time, and I would sell cards to them, and I would take cards to school and sell them to people, and that's basically what started my reselling journey. Because I made, like I said, I paid probably 10 or 20 bucks for like all the cards that he had because he didn't see any value in it. He just wanted, and I remember him telling me, "Son, if you want the cards, give me whatever you have in your pocket and have someone to come get them because I want them the hell out of my building." And I reached into my pocket, gave him whatever money I had. I don't even remember what it was. Like I said, it couldn't have been more than 10 or 20 bucks. And I had someone, I don't remember who it was, I had someone in my family with a truck go back over there. And I think we ended up making 6 trips to get all the cards. And then I got them. I remember getting them to I think I might have taken them to my grandmother's house. And yeah, I took them to my grandmother's house, and she had this huge, like this old, creepy looking house that was probably built in the mid 1800s. It was huge, probably 5,000 or 6,000 square feet. And it had like the rooms were like huge. And she had this one huge room that was like probably just that room by itself was, if I had to guess, I'd say it was probably somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet, just that one room. I don't know what that room was supposed to have been used for back then when the house was built, but that room was like gigantic. And anyway, no, that's not where I put them. That's where I ended up moving them later. When we first got them there, we ended up putting them upstairs, and because the house was like a 3-story house, and I think I put some of them in one of the rooms. When we first got there, we put some of the cards in one of the rooms on the second floor, if I remember correctly, and then the rest upstairs on the third floor. In like this weird, I don't know what it was supposed to be, area that I don't know. I'm not sure what the room was supposed to have been, because it had like, when you walk in to the room, like, okay, the third floor was weird in general, but just the design of it. I remember as a kid walking around up there like, what is this place? Anyway, you would walk up, there's 2 sets of stairs. Like, from, and one set of stairs went to one half of the third floor, and the other set went to a completely different part. And the room that we ended up putting the rest of them in, I think was a storage area, because it had like this weird, like, folding or collapsible almost looking table that would come out of the wall. Like, it had this thing like a latch, and you pull that, and then the table would just drop down. And on the other side, there were just a bunch of shelves that were built in and attached to the wall, and just all these other weird things that I didn't know what they were for, because, like I said, the house was built like probably in the really early 1800s, maybe even before that, I'm not sure. But it was a really old house, and you could tell walking around it that that house had been there a long time, because there were things in there that I didn't even know, like, still to this day I don't know what the hell they were for. Anyway, so what I would end up, sometimes I would have my friends come over there and they would tell me what cards they were looking for, and I did the same thing, by the way. That was another thing that I'm going to start trying to find and try to stockpile. Um, is Pogs. I don't know if you've ever heard of Pogs before, but they were really big when I was a kid. I made a lot of money off of those things when I was a kid. Because there were places, like, in the town where I was born that would, like, stockpile those things and just give them to you for next to nothing. Like, I would get, like, huge boxes full of them for, like, $5. And I would get, like, boxes full of the regular little cardboard pogs, and I would get, like, the, whatever those things are called that you would drop on top of them. The metal things, I don't remember what they called them. But I want to start trying to find those again, because I know eventually those are going to end up being valuable again, because it's just like trading cards. You have to wait for the right time with collectibles. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video.